Namaste everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Jang, Yin Yoga and myofascial release teacher, teacher trainer, and practitioner. I am here in beautiful Ubud, Bali. Can you see the beautiful rainforest that I am in? I feel so much gratitude. Thank you so much to Joya Yoga. We here at an international Joya Yoga retreat, and I get to share with you a really short practice because I brought my massage balls with me. I always do whenever I travel because my legs blow up whenever I travel super far. 12-hour flight to Taipei, and then 5-hour flight from Taipei to Bali, and a drive all the way up here in the beautiful forest of Ubud. So let's do a very short, quick practice. For those of you joining, make sure you have 2 massage balls. You can tell I don't have anything else. I just have a yoga mat. I do not have blocks. I do not have blankets, but I'm gonna make this work. Okay, so let's begin. Let's grab our myofascial release ball and start off with our feet. So I like to do kind of like a dragon pose with the myofascial release ball underneath my foot. Now, as you're here, I'm going to start off with my left foot. You can start off with your left foot as well. Place the ball underneath your left foot and then move your right knee back. Make sure it's comfortable. You can always grab an extra towel if you like, or even if you have, if you grab a pillow from your resort and use that underneath your knee. Just be creative. So as I'm here, I'm just going to place the ball under the ball of my foot, and I'm going to take the ball of my foot and move the ball just from side to side, really working into the plantar fascia. And as you're here, you can place your hands inside your left foot, making it more like a dragon pose. Now slowly start to shift the ball forward and back if you can. If not, you can stay in sustained compression. I'm just kind of working the ball of my foot, the plantar fascia, as I work in towards that right hip flexor. Now as I'm here, I'm just going to hang out with the ball underneath my foot and sustain compression and really tap into the fascia of my right hip, kind of feeling it out, sinking in, really finding your own Goldilocks, not too little, not too much, but just right. Now, if this is too much for you, you can always scoot your right knee back in and make it more of a 1990, and you can maybe just balance here and just make it more about pushing, gently pressing the sole of your foot onto the massage ball. This actually feels nice as well. And you can see how I'm maneuvering the ball underneath my foot and using my right arm to help me balance as I'm here. You can also do this standing up if being on your knee is too much pressure. So always listen to your body. So I'm stripping the foot forward and back, and I'm moving towards the inner arch, and I'm moving towards the medial part of the foot, and then I'm using towards the lateral edge of the foot as I'm here, taking it towards the calcaneus. Now I'm going to stay in the calcaneus for a little bit as I'm here because it feels great. I'm going to set my hands down and simply breathe. So see if as you're here, if this is comfortable for you to hang out in. And taking a couple more cycles of breath there. And as you're ready, taking your time to slowly release the massage ball. And let's take a little bit of a rebound, maybe coming into child's pose, noticing how that left foot feels. And also try a downward facing dog. I like to try that and see if I feel a difference there. Definitely feel like there's definitely more width, the width across my left foot. Now, when you're ready, let's head to side number 2. So I'm going to use the other ball. That way I can warm up this ball as well. If you have just one ball, you can just use that one ball. Sometimes we don't have the too much massage balls, so you can just use the one. And then same thing as you're here, taking the ball underneath your right foot this time on the arch of the foot, and then slowly moving your left knee back. And then as you put your body on more towards that thigh, it's going to put more downward pressure onto the massage ball. If you want less, again, scooch your left knee in, and maybe you're up here, maybe you're standing. This is fine as well. Again, choosing what works best for you. I like to do dragon pose with this simply because I get a little bit in that left hip flexor. So same thing here. I'm going to move the ball along the arch from side to side. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's a little dark here. I'm definitely in the element if you can hear the water and the birds. It's so nice to connect with nature. So blessed. Okay, and then hands inside the foot, staying in sustained compression. And as you're here, just feeling in towards that left hip flexor. You can always come onto the elbows, but for me, just on the hands feels quite nice. You can let your head hang as you're here. Taking a slow, deep in breath. And a slow, deep out breath. Softening around your foot and your shoulders and your jaw. And then from here, I'm going to walk my hands in and then scooch my left knee in. And that way I can maneuver. I'm going to lean off to the left arm. I can maneuver the ball up the medial or more the inner arch of the foot, right? All the way towards the calcaneus. And I'll take it towards the middle, towards the calcaneus. And then the lateral part towards the calcaneus. And then I'll stay on the heel like I'm on a stiletto. And I'll just hang out here. And maybe I start to move that left knee back a little bit. But I'm definitely feeling a nice opening through the inner thigh. Take a slow, deep in breath. And a slow, deep out breath. Let your head get heavy. Breathing into the elements. And hearing the birds singing a sweet lullaby to you. We're just here for a couple more cycles of breath. And as you're ready, slowly shift back. Take your time to release the pose. And you might want to do a child's pose. You may want to do downward facing dog. You can also do a little bit of a toe squat here. Breathing in and gently breathing out. Again, slow deep in breath and slow deep out breath. I'm going to check out my downward facing dog. Do you guys see my heels are so much closer towards the earth? When you're ready, we're heading into our deer pose. And it's kind of an Ellen 1919. I'm going to start off with my left leg forward and my right leg back. And optional, you can stay with the traditional deer pose or take that myofascial release ball outside the shin bone here. You can do two as well, choosing what works best for you. And I'm going to check the time here and make sure we do about 3 minutes. And you can just start to move your leg up and down those massage balls. I'm going to try it with just one. Oh yeah, that feels good. And from here, you can use your right hand to press down on the inner shin to add a little bit more pressure, or not. You can just maybe lean back, again, choosing what works for you. Sometimes I'll kind of just pump my foot. You see that I'm doing this pumping action. So the massage ball starts to move up and down the outer shin. But most of the time, I like to stay in sustained compression. As you're here, begin to lean forward. Maybe turn your head right, center, or left. Allow yourself to really sink in and just simply breathe. Simply be. I'm enjoying the sound of the rooster. As I said, when I travel, I do wear compression socks on the airplane as well. And I do like to take off, I take my massage balls out and roll my feet on the airplane as well. I do keep them in the tote though, so that they won't roll away. Nice to have. Excuse me. Take one more slow, deep in breath. And as you breathe out, slowly start to switch sides. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Do not know where that came from. I'm going to use the other ball there and switch off the shin bones. Same approach as you're here. Again, outer shin bone rolling the massage ball up and down. You use your hand to help. Find your sore spot where it feels just right for you. And then take your time to lean in. Mm. Again, finding your tender edge, not too little, not too much, but just right. Stay with your breathing. And see if you can soften just 1% more around the right calf and the right thigh. I'm going to move my right sitting bone off to the side. So I lift the hip and move it off to the right side. That kind of moves, changes the pull of the fascia. So you can try that as well. You've got another minute here to go. Just take a few more cycles of breath there. Did you hear that? I wonder what kind of bird that is. Let's go ahead and come all the way up. Take your time as you're here. And take a moment to roll the ankles, point and flex the foot, the feet, and reach out your balls. Now we're heading to the calves. So head to the more meaty part of your calf, between the right above the Achilles tendon and the muscle of the belly of the gastrocnemius. So we call that the muscle tendon junction. And so we'll start off with the left leg again. And I'm going to just gently place the ball underneath that point. Now you can stay here. You can crisscross the ankles if you like. Again, choose what works better for you. The crisscross of the ankles will add a little bit more downward pressure, of course. If it's too much, just go ahead and release that. What I like to do now is come into a banana asana instead of sitting in a forward fold. You can do that if you like, but with banana asana, I find that I can stretch to the side of my body at the same time. So take your time to land down as you're here. And then if you'd like, crossing the ankle, I'm just going to move the massage ball towards the bottom right side so I can make this crescent moon shape. And then reach your arms up and over, and then reach for your left wrist, creating this moon shape as you're here. By all means, if this is too much for your shoulder, you can also do a shoulder stretch or just let your arms rest by your side. You're still getting a nice, gentle lengthening through the left side of your body. So choose what works best for you. As you're here, you can gently point and flex your left foot if you like. So I'll show you that here. You can also circle your ankle. I find this one is really accessible for a lot of folks, simply because sometimes we don't have the availability for knee flexion. And so when I do a child's pose with massage balls at the calves, a lot of times it's inaccessible for a lot of folks. And this is much more nicer too after a long plane ride where you can just kind of hang out and stretch out your body after being in that small economy seat for 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 me it was 17 hours, but at least there was a little bit of a break in Taipei after that 12-hour flight. I've taken a tree pose here with my right leg. That feels good for me right now. Just a few more cycles of breath. As you're ready, slowly release the pose. Take your time as you're here, taking a rebound. I'm in constructive rest. I'm just noticing the left calf feels a little bit more plump than my right calf, more circulation. When you're ready, let's head to the second side. So shuffle those balls towards the bottom left side of your mat. A lot of times this is how I do it at home. I just use my legs to help finesse it over there. So you can see I have it on my right calf. Let me look at the time. Again, 3 minutes here. Now I did that half butterfly, or looks like tree pose supine, and I'm leaning the upper body towards the left, so I'm lengthening through the right side. You can reach for the opposite elbows as you're here. You can crisscross ankles if you want a little bit more downward pressure. Put that leg on top. Circle your right ankle, point and flex your right foot, and let it feel good for you. Allow your left shoulder to drop into the earth. Allow your right hip to get heavy. Breathe in towards the right side of your body. Again, if it's too much to lift your right arm, feel pins and needles, then bring your arm back down by your side and just focus on that myofascial release of the right calf and the lengthening through the right side of your leg and your hip.
Once again, just taking it just a few more cycles of breath there. Take one more slow, deep in breath. And as you breathe out, slowly and carefully come out of the pose. And again, maybe a constructive rest, noticing how the feet feel, the outer shins, the calves. And when you're ready, go ahead and reach for those massage balls and take them out of the toes. Now we're heading into the glutes, of course. So I'm heading into more towards more of the glute media, so more of that side glute area. Those are our hip stabilizers, and really, as you're here, find your special spot. So bridge your hips up, and then take those massage balls more towards the lateral part of those glutes as you're here. Feel free to walk your feet a little bit wider, maybe about mat width, and you can windshield wiper those legs from side to side as you're here. I personally like to take a little bit of a kind of a little bit of butterfly here just to get in towards the glutes evenly. See if that works for you. You might need to adjust it where it feels a little bit more comfortable in a good way. Again, the legs can be more diamond shaped as you're here or a little bit closer in, choosing what works for you. And if you find that having your legs out towards the side without the blocks there a little bit inaccessible, then what I would recommend is just doing half butterfly as you're here. So working into the right side. That's actually working to the left side and do half butterfly. And as you're here, half butterfly, or so this is a nice one, or maybe a figure four. This is going to angle it differently, and you can really kind of move your hips from side to side in your figure four to get in towards the left hip. And do what feels best for you at this present moment in time. I'm going to take a moment here just to pause and just breathe and lean into the massage ball on the left. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and switch sides again. It might be a half butterfly. I'm going to shift my hips a little bit towards the left so I can lean my right glute on the massage ball. It's going to be taking it a little bit away from this ball, which is okay because I am looking to get that pressure, that myofascial release in towards that right glute, glute medius. Again, you can choose half butterfly here or take that figure four and then find your edge. As I'm here, I'm kind of prodding from side to side, right to left, prodding the tissue there. Again, stay still and sustained compression. if that's better for you, or that half butterfly, finding your tender edge. Just take a few more cycles of breath there. And as you're ready, slowly come back to center. Go ahead and release the massage ball. So bridge the hips up to clear the hips away from the massage balls. As you're here, taking a windshield wiper from side to side, and just noticing how those legs feel, as well as the outer hips. Those are really a lot of the tender or sore tight spots that I get after travel. So those are some quick um, Myo-Yin postures, a quick practice for you. You can do in your hotel room on your trip, and hopefully you enjoyed this practice. Shavasana is always welcomed. Feel free to take that. Otherwise, thank you for joining me in beautiful Ubud, Bali. I'll see you next time. Namaste.